Damn, she gonna kill you anyway, girl, for all. Oh! Moggy is insane. The way she made that face. Hey guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to The Wheel of Time. We're now on season 3, episode 6, which is called The Shadow in the Night. And I'm happy because the thumbnails are showing my girl Nynaeve and Min, so it looks like we're going to be jumping back and seeing what's going on over there with the Wonder Girls and their investigation in Tenchinko. I always get that name slightly wrong. My apologies. But yes, in the last episode, we learned a lot more about the dream world and how it works, how Egwene was a keener and started wandering where she probably shouldn't have been. And she unfortunately discovered that Rand has not exactly been forthcoming about what's been going on in his dreams, and also that the person that has been trying to hurt her is in fact involved with Rand. So I don't know if we're going to deal with that in this episode, but I feel like it's going to be a bit awkward. And is that pretty much it? Oh yes, and then of course stuff that happened up at the Two Rivers. We did manage to free the hostages, but unfortunately Matt's mom is gone, and one of his sisters can channel, and is that pretty much it for now? Yeah, that's the main ones for now, but there are more White Cloaks that are headed or on their way, I should say, to the Two Rivers, so things are far from over up there too, so lots of wheels spinning right now. No pun intended. But let's jump into the episode because it's another long one, so let's do this. But just before I do, a reminder that if you'd like to be in the know of when I drop episodes, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell. All right, that out of the way, let's get into the episode right now.
He doesn't like screaming. I said quiet, he'll
Aww. But I get it, she's in survival mode. She's awful.
It's got your horse face.
It's not even an hour old.
Drowning.
What? That's right. That's right. Try something else, you old pervert. Period. Quick learner. Okay, so I guess this is Leandrin. The accent's very different. Period. Yeah, that's definitely Leandrin. She petty like that. Okay. Oh my God. That was with her bare feet. So Leandrin's well over 100. Oh wow. Okay. Wow, Tenchinko's a great place. Can't imagine why it's not everyone's #1 tourist destination. That's quite the statue. Yeah, you would be exhausted, sweetheart. Looks like you're fresh from childbirth. What? He approached...
Leandrin.
Oh no, it'll be in dreams.
That's
In
the
dreams.
name, right?
I was like, there's no way he wasn't out yet.
Would you like some help?
Wow. Ishi definitely picked... He knows how to pick his moments. Wow, of course Leandrin felt indebted. I didn't realize he could reach out in dreams that strongly like that as far as 100 years ago. Is she dreaming? She must be.
You've been slippery since you left the tower.
Lady Lanfear.
Lady?
I stayed in the tower as long as I could.
Oh, that
You miss it there, don't you?
obviously.
Are you working for him?
Who?
Exactly.
Ravin.
Ah,
Is that the king? That's the king, right?
all of us were loyal to Ishamil. But he's dead now, I hear.
Like you didn't know.
If you think to play us against one another, know it is a dangerous game, Leandrin.
My cabal are loyal to me, and I am loyal to you. Ask anything of me, mistress.
Cabal. Not heart.
Ravin will have gotten to one of you. Someone who thinks she's cleverer than she actually is. I would have assumed it was you.
It's the one who did the mind thing.
Well, next time I visit your dreams, you'll wish you had.
The two sisters.
You have until tomorrow.
Oh, damn. She said, hurry up, you're already late. Yeah, Leandrin, this is what happens when you play with bad people. It never ends. Ah! But deserved. Every single one of them deserves it.
I'm going to show you something now. The Chosen
prefer you didn't see.
Right when a chosen's about to walk in the room.
A statue older than Tenchico itself, but only part of it still stands at the docks.
Yeah, she was sitting under it. Okay.
We have one part of 3. So, dig harder, search further. I need the collar and the second bracelet tomorrow.
That's it? Tomorrow? That's the one I think is working for Robin. Uh-oh. If the spider is laughing at you, it probably means your plan is not so great.
Are you sure about this veil?
Ladies?
I mean, you can rock with or without.
Yeah, you might want to take it easy on those beads.
What?
Number of beads tell your price.
I admire the goblins, but I think this might be...
We'll go to the night market. Matt, you find a card game, start talking to people and see what you can find out. And
You
Min,
sure you won't get distracted? So Matt wore the veil? Whatever the price is, Maddie, I'd pay. I'm assuming it might mean something different for men, but...
You cannot hope to match the Shadow Soul intel around Riot,
You sure?
but in your own dreams, that is where your power is strongest.
Right? Stay in your own domain.
You've been hiding from me.
Damn! The way I'd be like
You're
eating
afraid
anything with caffeine.
What did you see in Moghedian?
None of your business.
what do you want?
Go through the rings yourself.
I worry that you're trying to stay useful to me so that I don't dispose of you. I'm sending a little surprise. Let him handle it. I know that's difficult for you.
She's not lying about that. So does like Nephir never sleep? How is she always with some? Whenever someone's asleep, she's just ready. Like, is she just unconscious for weeks at a time? Oh wow, what's this Garden of Eden in the middle of the desert?
We know more than just how to dance the spears.
Clearly. Kind of hard to survive this long if you didn't figure out how to feed yourselves.
These are my squashes. You see how fat they get?
Well done.
But what do shepherds take care of? Chefs?
Close enough. That makes more sense, actually. English is dumb.
Is this your shovel?
No, that's my spear. I'm training to become a maiden. You cannot touch it. You dishonor me, Randall Thor.
You got told off already.
You have my tool.
Wow, that's a pretty big payment.
We'll harvest my garden when they are ripe. Only then will your toe be repaid, Randall Thor.
She already had this planned out. He's like, I'm not going to be here, so I'll pretend it. I'll agree. She's legit mad at you. Gee, Rand, you have such a way with women.
I could have used your help there.
Mm-mm.
You handled yourself well enough, Outlander.
You got to learn to start digging yourself out, sir. Look at that. I saw that Avienda. Are we softening up a little bit? Listen, there's something that's very heartwarming when, when guys are very sweet to children. It's a very good indicator of the kind of person that they are. Not just guys, anyone, Kids are really good judges of character as well. So the fact that she's taken to Rand so quickly is probably a good indicator. Was there someone else training as a wisdom? Because wasn't Maddie's mom the replacement wisdom?
Get Alanis die.
She can't help. No.
Hurry! We need her.
I'm afraid she's in no shape to heal anyone.
She got hurt. It's gonna have to heal the good old fashioned way. God, that's gonna hurt.
You always said a leader can either take care of the living or weep for the dead. Not both.
But you can do both. Maybe not at the same time, but I agree. The time for grieving is not now. We have not seen Fane in a minute. Oh, he's a new hair. Okay. Letting that gray come in nicely.
Well, I'm just not sure that this is the right piece for me. But have you got any jewel? Like, little
I was going to be worried about her exposing her face, but then I realized most people out here probably have no idea. They might know her name, but not her face. What are you seeing, Maddie? Oh, the song. I saw the lyrics of the song. But Matt, I need you to not get lost in one of your past lives here, and we need you to focus. Because if Leandrin sees you, we're in trouble.
Bloody Marilyn!
No.
No, Tom, wait. It's me, remember, Matt Coulson.
Why would you announce your name?
He left me for dead fighting a bloody fate.
Yes, that was
Oh,
me.
I forgot about him.
Whatever you and your red-headed friend are wrapped up in, I want
Nothing to do with it, exactly.
The best life lessons, they often cost the most. Come
Oh,
on.
he did come back to that rattle of coin, didn't he? Turns out he does want to be involved in it.
You're scouting.
I'm not.
Constantly.
You are. It's suspicious.
No, that's just my face.
She's like, I have resting suspicious face.
There you go.
Damn.
There you are.
Wasn't even that thirsty. Yeah, you need to loosen up, Nynaeve.
You need to loosen up. Let your braid down.
Swallow quick, swallow quick. You got it. Do the other one quickly before you lose your nerve.
In times like these, when I actually need them, they're nowhere to be found.
And you're okay with that?
No? But what can she do?
Took most of my life to realize I don't have much choice in the matter.
Of course. As she speaks of it, her brain was like, by the way, here's a little viz for you right now.
Have any other friends who want to know what the future holds? You know where I am.
I like that people are not freaked out. I guess it happens enough. Or they've heard about it enough. She didn't like
Jane
that.
Hyder marries that man.
Nah. She kills him.
Damn. Well, I was about to say, I didn't remember her ever having nice visions thus far. So we were right
Yes.
about suspecting the same person.
She seems content.
Or completely
In my
subdued.
experience, the happiest people are those that know the least.
Why don't you try it on yourself then? See if you feel the same way.
Be able to weave something more precise.
Only the Forsaken themselves could do it.
Really? And did we just...
Good evening, mistress.
Camera cut to Moggy, of course. Go channeling... Moggy, please! Girl! You know, I don't think I want to know. Moggy can have her secrets, because... Yeah, no, don't even want to know. Did you do it? Yay? Scared. Oh, wait. I knew it. Pushing out's one thing, and what if you get pulled into somebody else's? You and your torture kink.
Egwene.
Stop touching me, bro! You already have Rand. Get away from me.
If Rand knew you'd laid your hand,
She knows. She's talking truth now.
he knows.
He doesn't. He doesn't.
She threw us out. We couldn't get back in.
I thought so. I didn't think it was Egwene.
If you believe she can't hurt you, she can't. You understand me?
In the meantime, never sleep again.
Let's try again.
Right now? I mean, you know what? I keep forgetting. Overachiever. Let her go at it. She's pissed now. But no, that's exact. I hope she picked up on the fact that the reason Lanfear grabbed her is because she knows that if Rand knew, he would absolutely be pissed at her. Would he actually like kick her out or anything? Probably not, but he would absolutely take a strip out of her. That's why she's doing this. But anyways, I'm going to need Egwene, the girl who messed up Rena, to emerge here because Lanfear is getting on my nerves. Talking about woman to woman, girl. You ain't nothing but a creature. Have been for a long ass time. Why would she hide it from him? I mean, I guess she's not really hiding it. He can see it.
You haven't spoken to me since, Radiant.
I've been listening.
Like you requested?
Do I go mad?
That's what you're worried about?
Do I kill Egwene?
I don't think so.
Sometimes.
Oh, damn, we didn't see that.
Do I kill you?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Okay, that's going to be our standard answer.
How do you handle so much of the power? When you hold it? When I submit to it fully, I'm going to be washed away entirely and nothing's going to be left.
You were almost burnt up.
If the IU and the Forsaken have taught me anything, is that the Aes Sedai don't know everything about it.
Very true. And there's so much that you still don't know even about being an Aes Sedai.
Reaching out for it.
Let's breathe. Let's breathe through it, Rand. How about right now? Not right now.
Don't submit.
I think we should take his advice on this one, because you almost burnt up the last time you got too involved with that thing.
Those mountain herbs are strong.
I don't think it's the herbs.
You never talk about where you're from.
How long have y'all been talking? That's encouragement for you to do
From
so.
Sadea.
Explains
Both
why
my
you
parents were generals and my brother and I were soldiers.
explains a lot.
My mother, she sat me down last year and told me she was a dark friend.
Damn.
I knew that if I stayed and I didn't do it, I'd be dead.
Well, she gave you the choice.
I don't know, I guess I was worried that if I stayed, I might
That would make sense if your family did.
join the hunt.
Good for you.
What's your brother?
I never should have told him about her.
Did he attack her?
I should have known he tried to stop her.
Damn.
She killed him.
Hmm.
I ran off and my brother paid the price.
He made a choice like you did. Gonna talk about it? Think you should.
My wife,
There you go.
Layla.
She chose to fight. Did she fight well?
She did. Saved his life.
Don't take away her honor. Still mourning her so long. Take care of the living. Right?
Interesting viewpoint on grief.
There's so much darkness in this wildfire. When I look at you, when I see his light,
I knew you were a poet parrot. Oh, you saw the way she looked at you? I mean, she was already down bad, but now she's down terrible. Good work. Oh, you. Yeah, proud of yourself? Did it bring your dad back? Idiot. Oh, you're drinking again. Smart. Reinforcements here?
Our reinforcements have arrived.
Great.
What happened to you? Oh. Ran into some trouble with some Trollocs.
Oh, it's
Nothing
Fade.
we couldn't handle.
I didn't recognize him. It's so...
I hear you're having some trouble with the kindly folk
the hair.
of the Two Rivers.
Not used to it yet.
Maybe I can help with that.
He's gonna bring more Trollocs. Valda's face. You can tell he knows something's wrong, but he's not gonna care. Or maybe, I don't even know. Screw Valda.
We're looking for an Aes Sedai called Leandrin.
Oh, he knows it.
Leandrin, Kirali.
Yes.
You stay away from that one, boy.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
What is the daughter Earvandor doing here?
Damn.
You know who she is.
Yeah, she's probably the only one.
It's called a long time ago.
Okay, he gets around.
Can't see the daughter of bloody Andor before me.
I thought her taking off her veil was a bad idea, but I was hoping.
Has she been doing her daughter Earvandor bit again?
Saved your behinds.
Then, have us a song.
Well, let's hope them pipes are warmed up, eh? She probably did take singing lessons.
The hills of Tantrico.
Elsa, are you sure?
He's like, girl, I'm trying to save you. But I guess if she sings an Andorian song, it really won't help her. I mean, respectfully, she had to know she looks far too clean and healthy to be a local.
Out of 20.
That's like, well, damn, she's got pipes. Let's face it, I think maybe in another lifetime she thought she was going to be a singer. Nat, loosen up, bro. Is part of the dance choreo rubbing on your chest? Yeah, apparently, the chest rubbing is part of the dance.
How's that for the daughter out of Andor?
Well done. Good thing you got talent. He's like, thank God, I thought you'd get us both killed. Oh, not Nani being drunk. I'm getting a little scared. I'm a little scared. I didn't actually want her to get drunk. I was joking.
I think I might be having a good time. For the first time in that.
You deserve it, girl.
Nani Valmira. Was that a joke? I think it was.
She's able to make jokes sometimes.
Do you think it's what made her who she is? Leandrin.
Did you
Probably
say
started it.
Leandrin?
Oh my God, why would you say the name out loud?
Do you know her?
No.
Anyone my age would. And there's a rumour that Leandrin herself did it.
She did.
Her ghost.
Oh, did they say she was... That makes sense. It makes sense. She probably fake... Or, yeah, probably made it look like she was dead. Uh-oh. Yeah, I was waiting for that to happen.
Did I wake you?
Did you drug her, Leandrin?
What are you doing?
Giving you a taste
Oh,
of your
I've
own
been
medicine?
experimenting. Do you think I can get the information out of you that way?
That looks amazing.
I was going to tell you.
Really?
Lord. But I don't need any of the chosen to help me. Because I'm going to become one of them.
Good. Good. What goes around comes around, baby. That's karma, bitch.
Ispan. Good. You're back.
What did I just witness?
What did you find?
Lie. Lie. You think she'll lie? Now that she saw that Leandrin's willing to kill them?
Maxim.
Oh, God. I think we're going to lose Alana, guys.
You're all I have left.
I hate this. Wait, what if Matt's sisters? Do you think they'll know how? Or maybe both of them could?
She did.
Do they know how? They're so young. Then again, we don't know if they've been weaving for a while, to be true.
I thought I said I could heal.
Not themselves, because of stupid oaths. That's a really dumb oath. Come on, girls, you can do it. Yep, they can. Look at that knowing look.
Can you channel?
I mean, he's the safest person to tell. They both can, can't they?
Close your eyes.
That's right. I'm sorry, y'all owe her.
Picture a flower bud in your mind.
They're teaching from her deathbed. No, Alana. Oh.
Every vein of every leaf.
That's right. You better live through this speech, Alana.
Are the bud.
Freaking bud. Please let this work. Good girls. I think they did it. Oh, they're so scared. Good job, girlies. Aww. Thank you, Maxim, would be great.
I told you so. I told you there were channelers in these mountains.
Oh, good. They don't feel so scared anymore.
Your eyes. Why are they so gold?
I don't know. Next question.
You don't find it strange?
I do.
Oh, okay.
So I don't mind strange.
She said that's my kind of freak. What other kind of animal-like things you got going on there, Pam?
And that's your friend.
Yes. Matt.
Blowing the horn.
She's so mad. It's okay.
Your friend found the horn and blew it?
It was kind of a life or death situation.
Let me go on and on about that light blasted horn.
Ooh. Farron got moves.
That's not fair.
You want to be first? Oh, who you playing with, girl? Well, you been giving him them eyes since you met him. Careful now, he ain't healed up yet. What? Excuse me? Knock, clear your throat.
I'm sorry if you're interrupting.
I don't think you are. Both of them? I think he's fine. Although he might be a little bit more blood rushing to the wound right about now. She's still singing? She's still singing? They won't let her get down? Okay, that's like the 15th rendition. Can we get down? Where is this pretty boy going? I've noticed he's kept his eyes very closely on Matt. Oh.
But I found the bracelet like the picture you showed me.
Where did you get that?
Said one day, something would be worth something.
Yeah, well, today is your lucky day. Yeah, take this.
Thank you.
Damn, he was helpful. If it's real.
But it used to show two women wearing those bracelets. Him on his knees, and the collar around his neck.
Got the picture? All right, well, now they know Leandrin's plan. It's a good thing, because I think they didn't understand what those artifacts were for. But for the people who are saying that Varen might be a dark friend, it's starting to be a lot more like, why was she researching? I mean, it fits in with being a dark friend, or it could potentially be that she was just thinking about options for the tower in case Rand didn't cooperate. Oh, I'll be so sad if Varen's a dark friend, though.
Someone.
Oh, it was her.
Or is it Ravin?
Damn, sis did a good job of keeping on a DL.
Tell me what you came to tell Ravin, and I'll report straight away.
You don't get much of a choice, though. You're gonna have to tell her.
She wants to become a Forsaken, and 2 of the 5 the Dark Lord's hunting are in Tantico.
Damn, she gonna kill you anyway, girl, for all— Oh! Moggy is insane, the way she made that face. Oh my god, sis, you were so pretty, but That's why you don't play in the dark, girl. I can't even feel bad for you.
And watch where Leandrin goes next.
Keep saying her name so loudly in this town.
Oh, sorry. We don't need anything. Thank you.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Nynaeve.
But I do.
She's gonna take the bracelet. Oh, God, it was so simple. Didn't have a chance to do anything.
I can see you both clearly.
This is so sad.
You've blocked yourself. Why?
I'm afraid of it. My power. All that power. I hate it, I think.
I hate that Moggie's the one hearing this. No, please. Oh. This is especially disturbing.
Come, sit.
I hate like this. I want it to stop now.
There was no one else that Emmeline could trust to find Leandrin and the Black Haja.
Oh, God, everything. But I mean, it's not their fault.
Do you know what they're looking for?
Is she just confirming the story? Oh, I thought maybe Nynaeve was coming out of it.
Do you know where it is?
Nope.
The dragon.
Thank God.
We found the second bracelet today.
Did you?
So close and so far.
Clever girl.
Wonder Girls. Oh my God, this is amazing. She looks so creepy.
Fighting me.
Yes, Nynaeve. That's my girl. Come on. Come on. That's right. Come on, my girl. I know it. Come on, girl. Oh, she tried.
My grey men have tried twice and missed. But I like it when he doesn't get what he wants.
Oh, so she's something for Robin.
Maybe I'll come back. See you again.
That would make us very happy.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
And you let me do whatever I want.
God, no. Not her face. What is wrong with you, you psychopath? She's so jealous of her. Only Nynaeve? You're not going to cut Elaine too. But she left. Interesting, she left her with a reminder. Why would she leave Nynaeve with a scar? No, I'm pissed. Nynaeve's beautiful. How dare you? You don't feel that on your face, girl?
She left, I think.
Look at Nynaeve's body.
Oh, my head is...
Nynaeve looks like she's literally traumatized. Your face,
We
Nynaeve.
should put the bracelet
Elaine? The bracelet.
How does she not feel that? That is so terrifying. Moggy must go first. She needs to go first. I don't care if she's the weakest. This conversation. Are you going to tell him the truth, Egwene? I think you should.
She's a Forsaken.
Yeah. You proud of yourself?
I should have told you.
For lying to me? For betraying my trust?
And letting her hurt me?
How could you be such a fool?
Thank you. Someone needed to tell him to his face.
There's so much that you don't understand.
No, I think she gets it pretty clearly.
I wish you could.
It's okay. You can keep that.
We came to the waste to escape them.
And you're boning them in your dreams.
I came here for you.
You met the wise ones, and you haven't given me a second thought.
You selfish brat!
And that's what you've always done.
Wow, turning it around on her when you're the... Wow. Don't fall for the gaslighting, sweetie. Please don't.
Do you love her?
Of course he does. Loves everybody.
It's already happened then.
Exactly.
It's madness.
Call him out on it. Check him. And look at his smirk.
It's easier for you to swallow than believe that.
Yep, she's not wrong though. You have to be out of your mind.
You don't want me.
Not anymore. You're just...
There was always something that you wanted more.
And thank God she did.
I'm not enough.
Sorry. Can't hear you over the smallest violin playing.
Did you know what she was doing to me this whole time?
That much I do believe he didn't know. But if he did...
I don't know what you're talking about.
My dreams. Where the Sultan tortured me.
That's the one you love. That Egwene doesn't understand. Your land fear, exactly.
It's been her this whole time.
traumatizing me over and over.
I didn't know.
Oh, this is what she said she was sending to Rand. His gift.
You've gotten soft, loose there.
Oh, it's him. No, it's not Robin. Okay, Gwen. Yeah, she said, you're not catching me twice. Is that heavy, Anna? Is that heavy? With blades of fire?
Get out!
Let me stand if it was. All right, well, you're gonna have to let loose, Rand. I hate it, but you do. You think Lanfear's doing this because she wants him to succumb to the madness more? I feel like it must be. Because why else push him to use his power this much now? Rand! Woo, he's like, boy, I've been holding that back too long. Today wasn't the day. Did he actually just end that Forsaken? And why wasn't it Moggy?
Sarah. She was upstairs.
Not the baby. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Is Lanfear trying to make sure he doesn't have the Aiel either?
Oh, Sarah.
Is there a healer? Like, what the hell? Hurry up.
Oh, Sarah.
Oh no, but she's...
Breathe. Breathe.
Y'all don't have CPR in this world? Oh God, they're never gonna forgive him.
Breathe.
Well, that's right. Rand would have weaves that they haven't even seen before.
She said that.
But, this is either gonna work or it's gonna be very, very bad.
That's the prophecies.
Did it work? No, okay. I think I heard they said it's the one thing weaves can't do, but... Rand, what are you doing? Rand, what are you doing? Rand, what are you doing? Are you desecrating a body? Rand, please? Rand? It's like CPR, dark CPR. But it didn't work. Oh, Lanfear, you whore. Why the hell would you do this to him? What, you think he's gonna be evil now? It's just gonna break him mentally. Is that what you want? And you knew about this, Moiraine. Why didn't you warn? I guess she couldn't have. She's too scared. What a mess. Moraine's not judging you, though. I think it's time for you guys to leave. Right, this right before he's supposed to have the leaders meeting, too. Who's arriving or leaving? Oh, they're looking. Oh, this is the White Club. No. Oh my God, people are coming through. Who?
This isn't a raiding party. This is an army.
It's Trollocs, isn't it?
Soon Golden Eyes will have to lead his people to war.
Against Trollocs? And White Cloaks?
Tell you a tale of a lie.
This is not the time for Tales of Chinko. I'm sorry. This is... What? Of all the holy fusterclucks. We still have 2 more episodes. Okay, there was a lot in this episode again. There was a lot. Okay. Trying to absorb that last 10 minutes was, oh my gosh. Every time you think the show can't deliver any more gut punches. Oh man. Okay. All right, let's start with where do we start? Okay, let's start with the Tenchinko crew. Let's do that. I mean, they were a pretty big part of this episode, but I feel like their stuff was a little bit less layered in some ways. So first of all, we see that everybody was trying to go undercover, and for the most part it worked except for Elaine, who, bless her heart, she thought, I'm gonna cosplay a local. Look at me, I'm blending in with the peasants. See, I'm hip with what the kids are doing. But I feel like she could have possibly done a little bit more to hide her identity. Maybe not taken off the veil to start with. That would have been a good one. But even beyond that, like, I don't even know what she could have done. Maybe tied up her hair, something. Now, I made the obviously incorrect assumption early on that maybe they wouldn't recognize her because Tenchinko seems to be pretty far from Andor. I don't know, though. I'd have to look at a map. But the point is, it doesn't look like the people you see in Tenchinko would particularly be the types you would see in a royal court, but I don't know. You know, that was judgmental of me. Maybe some of them get around. Maybe they travel a lot. Maybe her face shows up on posters and stuff a lot. I don't know. But either way, Elaine, I think, just really loved the idea of being something outside of the perfect little prim princess girl that she's always been. And yeah, she was like, yeah, I can blend. Don't worry about me. You think that I'm too, you think I'm too posh? I can handle it. Turns out she couldn't. She totally got recognized, not only by the guys that were, she was talking to, but we see, I completely forgot about the guy from season 1. What was his name? Tom. I forgot about him entirely until Matt said his name. But anyway, so we see that that was Elaine's job, was to try to get some information. Matt was trying to use gambling because he's very good at it, to see if he could get info that way. And then Min and Nynaeve decided to go into the tavern and see what they could find there. And we'll dip into Nynaeve a bit, in that Nynaeve and Min is a very interesting combo because they're actually quite similar. I feel like Nynaeve thinks that they're quite different, but they're both people who I think like to be in control, but can't be in control of the power that they have, and also are a bit on the abrupt side when they don't like the situation they're in. So they're actually kind of two sides of the same coin to me in a lot of their temperament, which is why they clashed initially. But that's mostly because Nynaeve kind of assumed the worst of Min, which I get. Like season 1, she was suspicious of everybody, but I like that Min just kind of was like, anyway, have a drink, relax, girl. I can tell you wound up real tight, and that's part of your problem. So anyways, I'm glad that Nynaeve didn't fight her on it and just took a drink, because I do think that Nynaeve even recognizes that she's been walking on eggshells since, well, season 1, if we're being real. She really has not, I think, probably allowed herself to relax even a little, unless maybe, I'd say maybe when she was with Lan, when they were in Tar Valon for that tiny little bubble of time. I think that she probably felt a little bit more relaxed, but even then, I think she always knew that the next thing was gonna drop. So anyway, she has a couple of drinks, loosens up, and she starts talking to Min about her visions. And I love how, to me, in her conversation with Min, would be like, how does your power work? And, can you control it? And, do you like that? Right? Again, kind of referring to herself in that, obviously their powers are very different, but similar in that, Min kind of said to her, I can't control it. It comes when it wants, and I don't see what I like, and I wish I could control it. Like, just basically have adapted. And that's kind of the way that Nynaeve is feeling right now. Like, she doesn't really want to use this power. We found out later, scared of it. And she kind of feels like, how do you deal with that, right? So she was kind of looking to Min for some help with that, but Min really couldn't give her much advice, because she's still, I think, in the process of really truly accepting her abilities and not looking at them as a curse, right? Because we know from earlier this season that Elida gave her a little bit of a wider lens on what her powers could mean, but I don't think she's quite there yet. But anyways, while they're in the bar, they bump into somebody who, it looks old as dirt, and he actually remembers Leandrin, like physically remembers Leandrin. And I didn't realize that that's actually a very rare thing now in Tenchinka, because I was wondering, why would Leandrin go back if people know her there? It's because she's been gone a long ass time. It's because she left 95 years ago. That's a whole lifetime, right? We don't know what the average lifespans are in this world, but I'm guessing that most people probably tap out around 70, 80. So any adults who would have remembered her, who would have had a better memory of her, most of them obviously would have died off. Whoever this guy was might have been a kid, or maybe around her age. Well, no, he couldn't have been her age, because Leandrin's over 100 now. This man who remembered her, I'm guessing, yeah, he is probably around her son's age, actually, or maybe a little older than her son, because if he's still alive. Anyway, that's the point. And anyways, he says he remembers Leandrin, that he heard rumors, apparently, it's gotten around town that the entire family she was associated with are gone, and that Leandrin did it. But everyone, I guess, thinks Leandrin's dead. They said it was Leandrin's ghost. So I'm assuming that most people there either think Leandrin's dead, because, oh, that's right, because they wouldn't have known they wouldn't have known that it was the one power that allowed her to escape. That's right. She left with her baby. It looks like in that flashback we saw with Leandrin, we see that it looked to me like she had just given birth, maybe a few hours before. And, we see that her disgusting keeper, her kidnapper, her enslaver, showed up and wanted to take the baby from her. And when she realized that they were going to take the baby's life, she said, not on my watch. And that's when the one power, I'm assuming, manifested for the first time for her. And the fact that it had such precision is crazy. And again, maybe it wasn't the first time. Maybe that's why she was able to do it more than once. But I'm assuming since she had to scream, maybe not. But either way, I think her objective, was clear. And that's maybe why it was so pinpoint precise in killing the both of them. But anyway, I'm assuming she didn't have much time. Obviously, she got out, and I guess the story they must have spun was that she died, and that they don't know what happened to the other two. So if none of them knew she has the one power, I guess is my point, they would assume that Leandrin must have died ages ago. So that kind of works for Leandrin, right? No one's, even if someone might recognize her face, which they probably wouldn't if she never went back to Tanchinko as an adult, which I'm assuming she probably never went back. She would never want to. Then they wouldn't even know what she looks like as an adult. So anyway, coming back, the girls get some information about what happened. Well, just about kind of what they assume is happening, and that they know that the Dark Aja are probably holed up in that old estate. So that's some good intel that they managed to get. And then for Matt, he bumped into Tom, as I mentioned, and basically he was saying that, you know, Tom knows a lot of stuff. He knows a lot of people, and I guess that's why he wants to enlist Tom's help, because, you know, he clearly has connections everywhere if he's all the way over here now compared to where he was in season 1. And then, of course, we saw that Elaine managed to sing her way out of almost dying. And they managed to kind of pool all their information. Oh, and I forgot that Matt actually got one of the Tanchinko people for money to go and look for either the necklace or the bracelet, and he found the bracelet. Turns out it was sitting in his dad's junk heap, of all things, right? But I guess if you don't know the value of things, it matters, right? You see how important knowledge is? It's kind of crazy, right? They thought it was just junk, and this thing is so super powerful. But anyways, great history on the tower as well that we saw Leandrin sitting under. I don't know if there's any symbolism in her falling asleep under the kneeling man, but interesting that they removed the two Aes Sedai. Who would have done that? Now I'm thinking about it. Who would have removed the two standing women over the? Do you think it would have been a Forsaken that would have done that? Because it doesn't look, if that statue was still in Tanchinko and it looks like it's still in pretty good shape, and we can assume that the other two statues were probably made of the same material, how did just the two women disappear? Like, it sounds to me like someone did it on purpose, is my point. And who would have done that? Maybe Luz Theron? Maybe one of the crazy people way back actually, I don't even know if Tanchinko was around during the breaking. I don't know. But my point is, it's interesting that just those two pieces of a pretty big puzzle just suddenly got, taken away, destroyed. Who knows? Anyway, but so they kind of pull all their information. They get the bracelet thanks to Matt, paying off the right person. I do think that guy they give us a lot of close-ups on him. So maybe it was just because he was going to give him the bracelet, but I wouldn't be surprised if he comes up again later. But anyhow, after all that happens, they decide to kind of call it a night because they've worked pretty hard. And we see that Moggy has been doing her own reconnaissance. And sweet Lord, y'all in my comments have been telling me that Moggy is a problem, and I feel like we've been getting drip fed just how much of a problem she is, but this episode creeped the absolute crap out of me. Like, I feel like what she's done thus far is far more terrifying than anything we've seen Lanfear do thus far. Lanfear, yeah, she's powerful. She can make heads explode. She can blow stuff up, but but this was far more insidious. What Moggy did this episode, way scarier to me. So anyway, she's been following Lanfear around, right? Because she's trying to figure out what's going on, and she wants to know what all the plots are. I said this a couple episodes ago that Moggy is probably going to be ahead of most of the Forsaken in that she's gathering intel, and she's doing it pretty low-key compared to, Robin's just having a good time right now, right? I think Robin is the guy who's posing as the king consort, or the prince consort, or king consort, whatever you call Queen Morgase's husband. Well, husband. But let's take a look at who's got what at this point, right? Lanfear, out of the loop, right? She's too sloppy and too obsessed with Rand to really be doing what she should be doing. We see that she goes first to Lanfear, basically trying to figure out what Lanfear's doing, who these dark friends are working for, because she doesn't know. And she knows she can't go to the Forsaken and ask them. So she goes to Lanfear because she knows that's someone that she's got some level of fear over. And Leandrin says, look, since Ishi died, we haven't really been doing much. We've just been kind of working on our own. She says nobody else has approached them. But anyways, Lanfear doesn't buy it. She's like, I think one of your people has definitely been compromised by another one, and I need you to figure out who it is. And Lanfear's like, well, I didn't think anybody had turned at this point, but I will figure it out. And Lanfear tells her if she doesn't find out in the next 24 hours that, next time that Leandrin falls asleep, it ain't gonna be sweet dreams. So that kind of kicks off Leandrin going and figuring out, because Lanfear says it's probably someone who thinks they're smarter than they are. Of course, me and Leandrin think it must be, why do I always forget her name? But the one who took out Varen and her sister. So we were both wrong, which I'm like, damn, they did a good job. But I should have known when the black girl came in, I should have known the way she was looking. I should have figured out that there was more going on, but we've never focused in on her before. So I don't think that the writers wanted us to pick up at all that it was her, but I should have known that the obvious answer probably wasn't the answer. But at the same time, you know, that one that Leandrin picked, that we both picked, I'm not mad that she was wrong about her. Honestly, she needed to go. I think she would have turned on Leandrin anyway, just because, you know, the people who read a lot often think that they're a lot smarter than everybody, which is why Leandrin looked to her. But anyway, it looks like she taught Leandrin a few of those mind weaves that she does, and that's what she threatened her with. But anyways, in the end, she ended up killing her anyway. So she should have known that, though. She should have known Leandrin was going to kill her regardless. But the thing is, did she actually admit to Leandrin that she was talking to anybody else? I think she just said that she'd found the artifacts, but she didn't say that she'd contacted another Forsaken. So I don't know if Leandrin just killed her because she lied about that or because she just assumed she would never tell her. But anyway, she's gone. And like I said, I kind of like that she almost went out the exact same way as what she did to Varen, and mostly to Varen's sister. But what I took from that, though, another thing, when Leandrin is having the conversation with her, and she was asking her, oh, that weave that you put on the child bride, like, can you make it a little bit more refined? Can you spin something a little bit more exact? And hearing her say that that's not possible, like only a Forsaken could do that, to me, sounded like a lie. I feel like she does know more precise weaves. And it also makes me think that some people who are speculating that Varen could be potentially a dark friend, which would break my heart. But I still think it's interesting that out of Varen and her sister, Varen only got knocked out with minimal physical damage, where her sister's mind is mush. Now, of course, there could be a lot of different reasons for that. Maybe that girl had never cast two of them at the same time before, and one was stronger than the other. Or she cast two separate weaves, one that was much milder on Varen, but enough so it looked like she was attacked, therefore taking off suspicion. And then the other one to actually, like, because her sister wasn't part of it, actually scramble her sister's brain. It's a possibility. I hope I'm wrong, but yeah, it's a possibility, because just the way that she answered it, saying it would only be a dark one or only a Forsaken that would know how to weave that intricately, that could also mean that a Forsaken is who taught her how to do that and just told her to keep that in her back pocket, right? Because we don't know that the Forsaken wouldn't teach some of these people, some of their dark friends that they thought were more useful, certain weaves, especially ones because the thing is, if they're as powerful as they seem to be, and they've got all this knowledge, maybe what she taught her with that weave is still like the weakest version of it, but it's still significantly stronger than what the Aes Sedai have now, if that makes sense. But anyway, yeah, that does open up that potential possibility. I feel like that maybe that could have been something out of that conversation, but maybe I am just overthinking it, and it really was just her, you know, saying what she needed to say. But either way, she's gone, and I won't miss her. That's what you get for doing that to somebody else. Like I said, I think what she did was worse than if she had just taken her out. But anyway, she went down. Other girls saw it. Leandrin, of course, just thought that she was freaked out over seeing what had happened. But we see that she was actually the one who was working with, was it Robin? It was Robin, I think. And so Moggy figured out, obviously Moggy is following them all, watching them all. And we saw that Moggy oversaw the conversation that they were having about the three pieces of the Sangreal and the two, is it Sangreal and Tangreal, I think? Anyway, she saw the plan. And so she then went to the errant dark friend, who is double timing right now. I don't know, double timing, double agent, I don't know what you call it. And basically scared her into telling her what she knew. And to me, it was like I feel like Moggy is just making sure that she's got the plan. Because I'm like, you already heard them in that room say the plan. Why are you asking her the same question? But either way, she gave her the exact same information, except for, I think what Moggy didn't know is that Leandrin had killed the other girl. That was it. That was the only new info. But other than that, just that they knew where the two artifacts were, and that's it. So she finds that out. She kills her. So that's two dark friends out of Leandrin's, what did she call them? Not a coven. What did she call them? It was different than the heart. Anyways, but that's two. Moggy did all that. That's how she's been gathering intel about the plan and I guess the artifacts. And then we see that she goes after the girls, the Wonder Girls. And again, I feel like it's more about Nynaeve. She's been obsessed with Nynaeve since for as long as we've seen her watching them, from what I've seen. But anyway, she casts a weave that is crazy. It's like, I'm just saying this, sorry, as I say this, if she's doing mind weaves like that, could she have been the one who taught? She's the one who taught the girl. I'm thinking it was Robin. Maybe she's the one who taught her how to do the two separate. I don't know. Would Moggy have had access to her that early? Anyway, sorry, just making me think that maybe now that Moggy was the one who spun the weave on both Nynaeve and Elaine's minds, that maybe she was the one who taught how to do those weaves. So that could mean that she's infiltrated the Dark Friends a lot earlier than we thought. Maybe. The ones that at least that were under Ishii or under Lanfear. But anyway, a web. In short, Moggy is weaving a web, and it makes sense. So anyway, she goes to the girls, does her thing. Both the girls get weirdly instantly compliant. It's like they're puppets. It's terrifying. I hate it. Because it's not even like what she was doing. Like we saw what she can, she can freeze blood. She can wrap them in these types of cords that keep their body suspended. She can do all kinds of things to actually externally restrain people. But she did this to them. And I understand that part of the reason she did it was because she doesn't want them to know who she is yet, right? Because she's able to move around freely right now because no one knows what she looks like. But she does this, and the weird puppetry is the part that's super disturbing. Her, oh, come let me get a look at you. Her constant touching, her need to like feel them up all the time. Listen, I'm somebody like, I need my personal space when I don't know you like that. And knowing that Moggy be putting her fingers in dead men's mouths and stuff, like keep that to yourself. Oh, fuck. Ugh. Nasty. Anyways, I digress. I'm sorry. Rant over. But anyway, just the fact that she's doing all of this, just really violating them in multiple ways. Like outside of taking their autonomy from them, she's touching on them. She's in their personal space. She's violating them on so many levels. And you can see she's enjoying it. And again, maybe she's enjoying it because she is the weakest, right? She knows power-wise, she's not the strongest. So maybe controlling the powerful is kind of a bit of a fetish for her. I could see that, right? But because you see when she says, oh, you're both so powerful, you're both so young, but she says, especially you, right? Back to Nynaeve. So again, the focus, the obsession with Nynaeve. But anyways, she gets them to give all the information they have. And again, it kind of just is a third confirmation of what she's heard, which is that they're after these different pieces. They're after Leandrin. They're trying to get, they're all basically trying to get the same three things. And so she also asks where Rand is because Moggy doesn't know. And which it makes me wonder, you think Moggy can't do the whole Talon Riad? Because you'd think she would use that, but maybe she's too scared of running into Lanfear. Or maybe they all can't do it. Anyway, she's asking for about Rand. They say no, because thank God Rand didn't tell anybody else where he was going. So yeah, they tell her like, no, we don't know. And she knows they're not lying at this point because they can't lie to her. And it's like, I feel like she's still weaving because after she gets the info, she says, okay, well, go get me the bracelet, first of all. And then she says to like the girls, like, you're still going to listen to me. Like when I might come back to you and you're going to do as I say. And it's almost like she wants to reaffirm that they're going to be, I guess, susceptible to her weave again, which makes me wonder if maybe one can potentially build a resistance to it. But in the end, we have an amazing Nynaeve moment. I mean, it was small, but it was big. She's still locked in this bloody weave, but we see that she knows on her deepest of levels that this bracelet is so important. Because Moggy tries to take it from her and she won't let go. And when I say, can we give it all, please, to Zoe for the way she played? She terrified me in that scene. The way she had that frozen fake smile, but you could see the terror in her eyes at the same time. Like that takes talent, guys, to give that I'm locked in my own body type of performance. It's not an easy thing to pull off without looking cringe or over the top. And I think she nailed it. Like she was somewhere deep below a place where she didn't even understand. She was fighting. And I don't know if that's because Nynaeve is just stubborn as hell, or if it was the fact that she is so powerful that she was trying to resist the weave. Like, I wonder if like eventually she's going to push the weave's effects out. Not because she wants to, but just because that's the way her power works. But obviously, you could see that Moggy was shocked. She's like, you're fighting me. And Nynaeve couldn't even answer her because she was too busy fighting her. So anyways, you didn't see her do anything to the spell. Like I was wondering whether or not Moggy was going to tweak the spell somehow to see, like to make it stronger, but she just ended up taking it back from her, like forcing it out of her hand. So I do wonder if that's the top of her power. Maybe she couldn't cast anything stronger, or maybe she couldn't cast anything stronger without destroying Nynaeve's mind, but I don't think she wants to do that yet. I'm still not 100% on what she wants from Nynaeve, if it's maybe to do just that, to keep her as a plaything, because another thing that's important about that conversation with them is that she says to Nynaeve, you blocked yourself. Right, so we already know this, I think, but I like that it's been reinforced again that the block that Nynaeve has is internal and has nothing to do with anything else. It's all with her. And Nynaeve, I just hate that she was under the influence when she said this, but the admission that she's scared of the power, scared of the responsibility, and that she might hate it. That hate part is so important because that, I think, is the crux of it all. Being scared, Nynaeve has pushed through fear before. She has, right? To attack that, to get herself away from that Trolloc, to protect Egwene when she tried to protect her when the first Trolloc attack happened, to track everybody through hell and high water to find them and attack Lan, to try to find her people, to attack Lan, not knowing what his fighting skills were. Like, Nynaeve is not scared. I shouldn't say that. Nynaeve is not incapable of pushing through fear. She's very brave. She's been scared a lot and pushed through it. It's the hate part. That's the part that I think is really holding her back. I think that she hates the power because it means she has to change, right? And this is kind of what I think the Sea Folk captain was trying to explain to her, that you have to let go of this idea of what you think you're going to be. You're resisting the flow of life, the flow of change. We all change in life. One way or another, we change, whether it's through physical growth, through our emotional growth, through our circumstances, our experiences. None of us are the exact same person we were even a year ago, let alone 10, 15 years ago, And so the point is, there's that expression that the only thing in life that remains constant is that nothing stays the same. Nynaeve is vehemently trying to keep what she believes to be what she wants and the life she's supposed to have. She's trying to hold on to it and keep anything from changing. And it's already changed. You know what I mean? Like, it's already happening and life is happening around her and she hates it. That's what it is. She hates what this means. And I think also tying into the last episode, her dreaming of Elnor and the life that she wanted that she saw in the Arches, like, she's still locked in this idea of something that's just never going to happen. Right. So, and I feel like every time she has those dreams, she hates this power and hates this destiny that was pushed on her even more. This destiny that's got her man halfway across the world instead of with her. Right. Like, it's just, and I don't even think she hates the power so much as she hates what the power means for her life, if that makes sense. So maybe that's going in a little too deep, but I feel like that's kind of where it's all rooted in. And I feel like that's what's holding her back more than the fear. Because like I said, we've seen her push through her fears before. I think it's that deep-seated hatred that she needs to just reframe it, right? The same way that Min is in the middle of reframing her viewpoint on her abilities, Nynaeve needs to reframe her viewpoint on the fact that she was chosen to go on this path that she didn't expect and didn't necessarily want for herself, but it is. And I think whenever she learns to reframe that as whatever she needs to, that she's protecting her people, that she's protecting the world, that she's being true to herself. Like, I don't know what the resonating thing is going to be for her, but when she finds it and hopefully can reframe this power and this path in that way, then I feel like the block will kind of dissipate at that point. But anyway, it's interesting though that Moggy said that they would have beaten it out of her back in the day. And we heard Moiraine talk about that's kind of the way that she was trained in the One Power, but I feel like that wouldn't work. Honestly, with Nynaeve, she is so stubborn. I feel like she would actually just endure. She'd probably get beaten to death before she'd let that power come out of her if she didn't want it to. So anyway, that whole scene happened. Moggy left, but she cut Nynaeve on her face. And to me, I don't know if that was because she was pissed that Nynaeve was breaking through her weave. To me, it was that she wants Nynaeve. To me, it feels like she wants Nynaeve to remember. Because why else? Because otherwise, Nynaeve would have just probably been more focused on the fact that the bracelet was gone than anything else. But at some point, she's got this reminder now on her beautiful, beautiful face. God, Moggy's gonna go. Oh, Moggy, Valda, both of you. Sorry. Both of them, top of my list of people that need to go. Anyway, yeah, she left Nynaeve with this fairly permanent. I feel like with a weave, obviously they can clean it up, but the fact that she left her with something that she wouldn't be able to explain, that's gonna have Nynaeve's mind going like this. It's like she wants Nynaeve to remember, or maybe she wants to test to see if Nynaeve can break through her weave and remember, because then she knows what she's dealing with. I do think she's testing Nynaeve anyways. I do think she wants to know. She can sense that the power is strong in Nynaeve, but she's no idea how powerful at this point. So anyway, that was kind of what happened in Tenchinko. The girls, they came out of their hypnosis, I guess you could say, and they're still trying to figure out what happened. But like I said, I do think that our girl Nynaeve is going to figure it out probably by the next episode, and I don't know what she's going to do with that information. That's kind of what we've got going on there. So they've kind of taken some steps in the right direction. Oh, and then the other big thing in Tenchinko, sorry, one last thing, we find out that the plan that Leandrin has, pardon me, is that she wants to become a Forsaken herself. Now, if this is just because she wants to be done with being told what to do or being the puppet of all these dark friends, I don't know. Maybe it is, or all these Forsaken, that could be part of it. But considering what we saw of the flashback of her past, I think that being in control of her life is huge to Leandrin. And she hates being a victim because she started her life being a victim. So I feel like that's why it's so important to her. And that right now she feels like the only way she might have some control in this whole crazy situation is to become a Forsaken herself, right? It gets the others off her back. It makes her immortal. So no more blades to the heart. And again, just never being in a position of being a victim or at anyone's mercy again. I can completely understand that. And God knows what Ishi would have told her in all those years. Ishi finding Leander at the age of 13. Like, I didn't realize he'd come to her dreams that long ago. Like, how long has this man been walking dreams? I had no idea that he was able to get out there that early. I thought it was something that happened recently. But anyway, that was Tenchinko quite a bit. And outside of that, we just had, on the other side, we had Aiel, we had Rand, and, well, first, we'll talk about Egwene first. Egwene got scolded, as she should, for walking the dream on her own. But like I said, we already know that that's just what Egwene does. And then she explains what happens to her in these dreams, and they basically are like, okay, you need to stay in your own domain if that's the case, because that's where that's where Lanfear doesn't have power. So they tried to teach her how to push people out of her dream, but the fact that Lanfear came in and booted the other two out of Egwene's dream and then dragged her into another place, it makes me think that maybe that's not going to work. I think what they understand of the world of Teleran-Rayod is a little bit different than the way that Lanfear walks Teleran-Rayod. Or maybe it's because she's more powerful. I don't know, but it feels like their rules don't apply is my point, because if she could get in and kick them out of Egwene's dream, then everything they're teaching Egwene doesn't matter anyway. So, but I do feel like Egwene's got some level, because she did slip out of that one dream that Lanfear had her in a few episodes back. So I don't know. Anyhow, we see there that Lanfear, of course, is just trying to break Egwene away from Rand. We actually saw earlier in the episode that she went to Moiraine and was like, you were supposed to get Egwene away from him. Again, I feel that's half because she's jealous of Egwene, but also because she thinks that anyone who's tied to Rand's past is going to hold him back from what he needs to do as the dragon. But I think that's just what she's telling Moiraine. I think she just wants Rand as alone as possible, because then she believes that he's just going to fall into her arms, and that probably will happen because Rand's a dummy. Yes, I'm back to Rand's a dummy. Okay, he ticked me off this episode, and I'm going to get to why soon. Anyways, Lanfear basically tells Egwene that, like, yeah, Rand's known about me the whole time. He knows who I am. He still visits me in my dreams. And then the only lie that she tells Egwene is that Rand knew about what she was doing to her. And like I said, I really hoped that Egwene would have picked up the fact that Lanfear got immediately violent when Egwene said that if Rand found out what you were doing to me, she should have picked up that, okay, she doesn't know that. But I don't blame her. At that point, Rand had lied about so much and hid so much that I don't blame her for believing Lanfear in that moment. That happens. And we see that Rand, there wasn't too much of Rand this episode, actually. Like, we saw that Rand and Avienda are getting they're getting along a bit better. Avienda actually looks like she's softening up towards him. We see that Rand and the little girl he met in the last episode, that they were getting along and that they were bonding. But anyway, outside of that, he talked to Moiraine, and he basically wanted to know what she saw in the rings, because everyone knows that Moiraine's been acting hella different since she came out. Even Lanfear was like, you're scared of me now, you never were before. So Lanfear asked as well, and I think it's because I'm assuming Lanfear can't go in the rings. I don't know. But anyhow, she doesn't tell Rand a lot, but I think it's because she realizes what the wise ones told her about why you shouldn't tell everybody what you see, because it can just mess with her head. And so she just basically gives Rand, I love the sometimes answer of like, you know, yes and no, right? Rand, I think, already knew the answers to all those questions, but I don't know if he wanted something specific from her. But yeah, of course, Moiraine's not going to tell him, because I feel like there's a number of decisions that would have to happen along the way to make one of those things come true. And I don't think at this point Moiraine wants to do anything to kick any of those off, because I don't think she's decided which one of those she wants to potentially kick off. But anyway, we see there that Rand is talking about how he's been fighting using the one power. It's been really difficult, but he's been holding on. But as soon as he starts talking about it, you know, he starts to, you know, subconsciously pull on it anyways. And so anyway, I think that Moiraine hopefully is figuring out that she's going to have to work with Rand on figuring out a way to handle the cravings, I guess one could call it. It's like nicotine or something. Like I'm trying to not give in to an addiction. But anyways, after that happens, and you know, Rand's already feeling some type of way about that. And then of course Egwene confronts him, and she's understandably very upset about the lies about him keeping it from her. And we see Rand say, what I said last episode, I should have told you. Yeah, you should have, Rand, which, like I said last episode, you should have told her. You should have told her that Lanfear existed. You should have told her that Lanfear is obsessed, and you should have told her that Lanfear can walk into dreams, because he'd already done it to Moiraine. Already done it to Moiraine. So you know that she didn't do it to just you. So that, I'm glad they at least acknowledged that. His lackadaisical attitude towards the whole thing, though, pissed me off to no end. I don't like the way that was, I don't really like the way that came off. But I'm gonna let it go. I know it's not all of Rand, but it's a very annoying side of him. But anyways, Egwene then rightfully expresses that she's very hurt and she feels betrayed. And she is understandably like, why are you in love with this woman that you know is awful? Why are you in love with someone who does terrible things like this? How are you reconciling these two things? And rather than Rand being like, I'm not sure, I'm figuring that out, I don't know, you know, or, you know, I'm not ready to talk about that, but I really would like to explain, you know, just understanding the fact that Egwene is absolutely 100% within her rights to be pissed and hurt because their relationship had changed. Listen, if they were still broken up like they had been in season 1 and most of season 2, I'd have been like, okay, Egwene, back up a little bit. Y'all are broken up, right? It's over. Y'all ended it. You shouldn't be in this business like this. But you're taking this woman to your bed in the real world and then taking another woman to your bed in your head. Like, sir, no, you're in the wrong here. And if she was doing this to you, you would have been pissed. So the fact that you're gaslighting her, talk about, oh, well, if that's what you need to believe, then you believe that. Oh, you never really wanted me. And shut up, Rand. I'm sorry. This goes back to some of the things that Rand did in season 1 that really irked me. And maybe it's just because that's like a trigger for me. I do not like people who gaslight you. Like, I understand Rand feeling defensive. I understand Rand being, you know, feeling like this is something I'm not ready to talk about. It's personal. But to me, it's just, really, sir? You can't understand why Egwene's upset? You can't just take the hit right now that you screwed up? We can't take that? No, you got to try to turn it around and try to make her into a villain too. Like, this is why her ass didn't want you, Rand. I'm sorry. This is why she honestly is too good for you. I said it. Egwene is too good for him, because if that's the way he can't even just apologize in that moment. Again, I'm not saying you need to dispel all the things about why he feels the way he feels about Lanfear. I mean, he was right when he said you don't understand everything, you don't know the whole story. But to try to turn it around and act like she's the crazy one for being mad, nah, that was a no for me. Sorry, Rand. That was a moment with what happened that you should have just said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Stuck to the I'm sorry. I should have told you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you feel betrayed. I understand that you don't understand what's going on there, but you're right in that I should have told you when we started getting intimate again. That's all that Rand should have been saying in that particular conversation. Not turning it around, trying to make her feel bad for a decision she made at this point, God knows how long ago, but also clearly there's been shifts since then. But I mean, you know what? He had a point, because Egwene did not fight him when he said, you didn't want me. You didn't want me. But his saying that I'm not enough, even as the dragon reborn, I'm like, See, this is where you don't know where she's coming from. Because I don't think it's a matter of you, bro. You're taking it personally, like, I'm not enough for you, Egwene. I'm not the... No, it's that life. It's the life you wanted her to live. That was not enough for Egwene, not you. She didn't want to just be at that point. Because the rejection that happened back in season 1 to me has nothing to do with what she's feeling right now. Right? Season 1, Egwene thought her life was going to be a wisdom in a small town. She just didn't want to be a farmer's wife popping out babies and doing nothing else. That is a big difference to say that's not the life I want for myself because I think I can do more, versus all the things that have happened since season 1 and her following you into this desert wasteland and being tortured by your psycho ex, all because she cares about you, and you being like, oh no, you don't want me anymore. Why the hell would you want you now, bro? Why would you want to be with a man who's falling in love with a complete psychopath like Rand? Anyway, I'm gonna reel it back because I could rant about this for a while. But anyways, I'm not, by the way, this is not me saying I hate Rand, guys. It's not that deep. I'm just not happy with the way he responded to this. Not his best moment. And anyways, then when Egwene asked him if he did know about what Lanfear was doing in her dreams, I get why she then, because I don't think, you notice she wasn't even gonna ask him before. I don't think she really was going to ask him before because I think she wanted to believe that there was no way this man could be in love with someone like that. But once he said that, and then again, instead of, accepting that that's a bit strange, tried to gaslight her, no wonder she was like, so did you know that she was torturing me? Like, is that where you're at right now? I just need to know how crazy you've gotten, how much of your mind you've lost. And then, of course, he's like, yeah, no, I didn't know. And I mean, I think she did kind of figure out with his face that, because I said, like, I get it, Egwene, I get it. But even I was like, Rand is not one who sat back and let people he loves get hurt. So anyways, but I get why she asked. And when she saw that, eventually that he genuinely didn't know, at least then he finally decided to stop with the gaslighting and realized, okay, yeah, maybe Egwene's really justified in being pretty damn pissed and hurt right now. But anyways, he didn't even get time to process that before Lanfear's little gift showed up. Now, I'm guessing that she must have sent that guy after Rand because she wants to get rid of him, right? Because the less Forsaken she's got to deal with, the better, right? Because they don't get along. We saw that back a few episodes ago. So that's the only guess that I had, is that she sent him there. Maybe A, to test his power, but also because I think she just wanted to get rid of at least one of them. So that's one person. If he's gone, which again, they're immortal, so maybe not. Can lose power kill any of them? I don't even know. Because they're immortal. No, it can't. That's why he sealed them away. Anyways, he's out of capacity for now, right? I guess he's going to leave for now because Rand did smack him. But I said in the episode, I'm still not sure why she wanted Rand to lash out. I don't know if that was all just because, again, when Lanfear could be multiple things. It could be A, like I said, that she did want to maybe rattle one of the Forsaken into maybe working with her or being scared of Rand. But also she wanted Rand to use his power. Because she said to Moiraine, let him handle it. Although, oh my God, we saw Abby end up being absolute badass with those blades. Can we talk about it later? But anyway, not in this review. We've talked about so much. But it could have been that. And then also, I think she wanted him to scare the people around. Again, I think she really wants him isolated. I think she thinks the more isolated Rand is, the more likely he will feel like she's the only one he can turn to. So anyway, that whole thing was a whole mess, and Rand, of course, called on the One Power because he's been dying to do it. It gets rid of the Forsaken, but it causes damage because he's not really paying attention to what he's doing. And again, he has no training on how to use it, right? I don't think that Moiraine's done any One Power training with him since, ever? I'm trying to think of it. We haven't seen it if she has, but I get it because she doesn't want him to wield it at all. So anyhow, that happens, and we see, unfortunately, there are casualties. And one of them is that beautiful little girl who took to him. And Rand snaps, not One Power madness snaps, but snaps in a lot's been getting to him already, and he's had a real bad day, and now this kind of snapped. And I kind of really felt for him in that moment, in the sense of, everyone keeps telling me I've got the power to bloody well break or make the world, and I can't even save a little girl. I can't even do that. And for a second, I thought maybe he could, because I know that they've said the One Power can't bring back the dead, but I wondered if that's just true now, but was it always true? But I guess it was always true. So anyway, I felt for Rand because, yes, of course he didn't mean to hurt that little girl or anyone, but I think he just, again, it's so frustrating for him to have all this power, have all this responsibility, have all this weight on him, have all these expectations, and then when he just tried to protect himself and protect the people he cared about, it cost a life. And that's life. Like, that's a lesson he's gonna have to learn, unfortunately. That's just life. But it sucks that he has to learn it like this and with such heavy, such heavy costs to these lessons. So anyway, thankfully Moiraine was able to pull him back from kind of losing it for a minute there with the one power, and hopefully the Aiel don't get too upset, but I think they'll accept it because of their older, because we saw that Avienda was already like, she'd already kind of like obviously she was sad, but she just said, I don't remember what she said, but it reminds me a lot of what we saw in the flashback with that one Aiel that was kind of like, we bury our dead and we move on. I think it was kind of another version of that. So yeah, poor Rand in that regard, but as I said, I'm still annoyed with him this episode. It'll subside by the next one, but for now, I'm kind of like, I felt for you in that moment, Rand, but I'm still mad at you. So that was pretty much the Aiel waste. We'll have to see how they pick up from that, because we still haven't had that meeting that they're in this place for yet. We'll see whether or not that makes a negative impact on his first impressions of to these other people. And then in the Two Rivers, that was probably the least amount of time we spent. Alana was not doing well. I was very scared we were going to lose her, because I was like, how are they going to heal this girl? Because she's got a lot going on. And I never thought for a second about the girls being able to do it, because, and again, both of them can channel. That makes sense. I had a feeling, but we didn't know. We have confirmation now that both girls can channel. So thank God Alana's a teacher at Tarvalon, because she was able to help them focus. And thank God it worked, because God, if they'd both been a naive and been like, it's not working for me, my poor girl would have died, talking about picture that you're a tiny bug. Oh, thank God. But yes, also for poor Maxim, because he was beside himself. I really think he would have done something very crazily desperate and probably followed Alana very soon after if she had gone. So thank goodness that didn't happen. And also just because I love Alana. So yes, she got her heal on, and of course she got to be vindicated with Maxim, like, see, my plan worked. I told you there's power in the Two Rivers, so maybe we do need to build these people up, because we might actually have a decent army coming out of here just from all the one power proximity, I guess you could call it, that runs through here in the Manethran blood. So anyway, that was her. And Perrin was really just a lot of him and Fael bonding, and I'm all for that. They're super cute. I love that they actually have very similar backstories of tragedy, so that's kind of something that I think bonded them a lot faster than probably would have happened otherwise. And of course, him teasing her about the fact that he knew where the horn was. Like, I recognized that a couple episodes ago that he knew and didn't tell her, but I thought that was funny. But yeah, just the both of them kind of talking about their grief over past decisions and how they both kind of chose to run away from hard things. But, in the end, both of them did what they thought they had to do. And just their differing mindsets on grief. Like, he has grieved her well enough. It's time. And let's face it, Fael's also like, listen, I'm right here and I'm not about to wait for you to get over I need you to like be ready, because I'm about to mount you. So I joke, but not really though. I don't blame her. Listen, be fine or whatever. And I like that she heard the story about his eyes, didn't get freaked out, because I'm like, girl, when Perrin's like, that isn't, you're not weirded out, you don't think it's weird? She's like, well, yeah, but I'm kind of into it, But also, in a world full of dark friends and all kinds of weird stuff, I think Golden Eyes is like the least of your problems. You know what I mean? Like, that's mild compared to what you could be dealing with. So anyway, they're together. I think we'd effectively say that they're together now one way or another. And now that Alana's back, she's able to heal him up. So they'll be good, which is good because, yeah, Fane's back. I don't know if I'm happy or sad about that, but he's back, and he, I think, took over. He must have killed some of the White Cloaks, right? Because Valda, his reaction to him was very interesting. He has no idea. Does he know him? Because he said, he said what happened to you. But the way he's looking at him reminds me of what happened when Robin was posing as the king consort. Like, Valda knew something was off, but he didn't know what. And of course, Dane's so drunk, he doesn't even care. So I'm thinking maybe there's some type of I know Fane can't weave, but maybe something happened to make them think it's the White Cloaks when really it's not. It's actually the Dark Ones, and we see that they're bringing their Trolloc army through the gates or through the ways. So yeah, it's about to get real messy up in the twins it's about to get messy up in the Two Towers, and I have no idea how they're going to handle it, because that town still looks woefully underprepared, especially, like I said, for White Cloaks and Trollocs. Although I think we're going to lose some White Cloaks in this too, because I don't think Fane cares about them. He's clearly just trying to get his hands on Perrin, I think. Yeah, Perrin's the only one that out of this group that he would have interest in. So yeah, another good episode. Lots of stuff. Once again, like I said, they gave us a lot. A lot was dark, a lot was deep, but I'm glad that we're kind of moving forward with everybody, and I can kind of see, I think, a little glimpse into what we've got in our final 2 episodes, which I can't believe we're already saying that we're almost there, but I'm ready, I'm excited, and I enjoyed this. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you stayed through this entire review, I appreciate it so much. Thank you for letting me yap, and I appreciate it. Your comments are always so welcome. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.